Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, Introduction to Graphs. In this chapter, we will learn about graphs, type of graphs like bar graph, double bar graph, histogram, pie chart, line graph, etc. So first we understand what is the graph. The graph are the visual representation of data collected in numerical form because it could be easily understood. Okay, suppose we have 1000 numbers or suppose we have 1000 data, then it is quite hard to understand the data and quite boring to understand it. But when we plot it in the form of graph, it is easily understand and it is very interesting. Okay, graph are generally used for comparison between two or more data, make data interesting or easily understood. Okay, now we understand how many types of graphs. So our first graph is bar graph. About bar graph, we already learned from class 6 onward. Okay, so you all know bar graph is a type of graph in which we use to show comparison between different categories. Okay, in bar graph, we use bars to represent data. Okay, each bars are of the uniform width and height of the bar is proportional to their respective values. For example, I am plotting here a one bar graph. This bar graph, all the bars are of the equal width. They are representing years. Okay, and it is quite interesting to look. Okay, next type is double bar graph. Double bar graph is same as the bar graph. Double bar graph is same as the bar graph in which we are making two bar graphs for one situation. Okay, basically it is used to comparison two type of data in a same graph. Okay, so basically it is used for comparison between two data. Here I am plotting a double bar graph in which this axis is called x-axis and this axis is called y-axis. X-axis represent season and y-axis represent temperature. Okay, here this green color bar represent year of 1950 of temperature and this purple color graph or bar represent temperature of 2000. Okay, so here in this double bar graph we can comparison of the season of different temperature of 2 years in the same graph. Okay, next is pie chart. It is also called circle graph. Sometimes we plot the graphs in a circular form. Okay, when we represent the data in a circular form, it is called pie chart. It is all part of a whole. Okay, so this is our type of pie chart or pie chart. Okay, the next is histogram. When we have a large range of data, then we group the data in a class interval. Okay, or when we represent these class interval in the form of graph, then these type of graph is said to be histogram. Okay, bar graph is not a continuous form. In a bar graph, we represent discrete form of the data, but in histogram, we represent graph of continuous data. Okay, for example, I am plotting here a histogram. Sorry, just okay. This is our y-axis. It is our x-axis. Okay. In this graph, we are representing age and frequencies. Okay. And a height of histogram represent the frequency of the class interval. Okay. And next, last one is line graph. When we need to see some changes continuously over a period of time, then we use a line graph. So when we have to represent any graph with respect to time or continuously change with time, then we use line graph. For example, here I will plot a line graph in which we represent days and their rainfall in millimeter. Okay, so in next video we are continue till now. Thank you everyone.